News just into our newsroom. The Greensboro suspect in the assassination attempt now faces formal federal charges with more pending. 58-year-old Ryan Routh made his first court appearance this morning in federal court in West Palm Beach, where he received charges of possessing a firearm as a convicted felon and possessing a firearm with an obliterated serial number. The FBI arrested Routh yesterday after Secret Service agents saw the muzzle of an AK-47 style rifle pointing through shrubbery toward former President Trump as Trump golfed on one of his courses. Trump is safe and thanking Secret Service for quick action. This afternoon, many questions remain about Routh. Police say he currently lives in Hawaii, but for years lived, studied, worked, and committed crimes in Greensboro. WFMY News 2's Amber Lake is digging into his past and talking with people who knew him. Amber?
Right, Megan. So according to public records, Ryan Routh owned a business called United Roofing. The business has an address online, and it brings us to this area. You can see that the property looks like it hasn't been touched in quite some time. Neighbors and businesses in this area say they haven't seen anyone here in years, but say the company uses property to dump trash. Court documents show several legal battles the business has been in. Many people have sued the business in years past. The man, Ryan Routh, 58 years old, owned a lot of property throughout Guilford County. I spent the morning driving to several of those properties. Many looked abandoned, and neighbors at each property said they haven't seen anyone in years. Some other digging over the last 24 hours, voter registration records show Routh is registered to vote in North Carolina and listed a Greensboro address. We went to that address this morning where a neighbor said Routh lived there but moved out earlier this year. Routh lived in Greensboro before moving to Hawaii with his son, operating a company that builds sheds. Now, this is footage from a situation back in 2002 where Routh was accused of barricading himself in a home and charged with possession of a weapon of mass destruction. Routh has a long criminal history in our state, according to the Department of Adult Corrections website, from hit and run to possession of stolen goods charges. CBS News found several social media posts that appear to be connected to Routh. He posted a lot about politics, but never seemed to post any threats. Routh did, however, post quite a bit about the war in Ukraine, hoping to raise money and recruit volunteers to go over there and help fight against Russia. Now, we learned a little bit more about Routh, including the fact that he was divorced a few years back. He has some adult children, and he attended NCANT for 2 semesters but did not get a degree from the university. We're still working to connect the dots as far as Routh's life here in Greensboro, and we hope to have more coming up on your 4 to 5. Live in Greensboro, Amber Lake, WFMY News 2.